Okay.
Welcome to our afternoon tea news chat with Chun Wai. Chun Wai is in Kuala Lumpur. I'm in Bangkok, and we are using Facebook Live to communicate and to just talk about news in general. This is a Saturday afternoon. We are having afternoon tea. Chun Wai in KL drinking tea. I'm in Bangkok, and we are having a nice chat in the afternoon. So what is happening in Kuala Lumpur, Chun Wai?
Well, it's been a really busy week the past 1 week.
Yeah.
The news of the North Korean has sort of simmered down. the attention has been taken over by the presence of a large group of celebrity speakers from all around the world.
Yeah. I saw you taking pictures with such celebrities as Richard Branson, Richard Quest from CNN, and all the big names. What were they doing in KL?
Okay, we had this yearly Global Transformation Forum, which is basically a platform.
Yes.
Where we invite the speakers who from such as Jack Ma came.
Yes.
And that Richard Quest.
Yes.
We had Richard Branson.
Yes.
We had this. What is that Jamaican runner that sits my mind?
Boat.
Boat. Right.
I saw your Prime Minister Najib Razak, taking a selfie, a picture with Boat.
Yes, right. And it was a 2-day conference.
Yes.
Where they came to give inspiring talks. And that it is always, this is the second year we are running it.
I see.
And that it is a platform basically for people to share how they reach the top, how they break the glass ceiling.
I see.
How they set a benchmark which people have thought that is almost impossible to reach, but they have managed to do it. And we all know that to achieve innovation, you need transformation, and you need change.
Right.
And change, is always big. So we have these people coming here, and we have some Malaysians paying 3,000 Malaysians.
Wow.
Paying something like 4,000 Malaysian ringgit and up to 10,000 Malaysian ringgit to hear these big people sharing their thoughts, sharing their ideas on how to make things work.
Wow.
And the star was the official media for the 2-day talk.
I see.
And I was really lucky because I managed to meet almost everyone.
Everybody.
Except Jack Ma.
Jack Ma too, huh? Jack Ma too,
I didn't get to see him. I didn't get to meet him.
But Jack Ma being in KL, shaking hands with your Prime Minister and announcing a big project, a digital online e-commerce project, which has created a lot of jealousy over here in Thailand. Because he was here 2 months ago or something, and he was shaking hands with the Thai Prime Minister, promising to establish some sort of a logistics center here. But suddenly, he emerges in Kuala Lumpur and stealing the project from Thailand, right?
Yeah, it's going to cost something like, bring something like 65 US billion dollars of investment. And it will create something like 60,000 jobs. And we are pretty very excited about it. And I think that they chose Malaysia probably because of this the business and cultural familiarity with Malaysians, especially the Malaysian Chinese. Okay, and that it is much more easier for them to come where language is not really a barrier. It's easy to get talent from Malaysia, which sort of fits into their culture. I think that's why Malaysia always have this edge over ties with China.
So why did he choose Malaysia and not Thailand and not Singapore?
One is that I think that the Jack Ma was appointed an e-advisor to help Malaysia develop its digital economy.
Yes.
I guess that if someone has been appointed to such a position to have certain edge over the other countries, and Malaysia was the head of that, brought me in.
Right.
And I also think that the Malaysia's relationship with China has always been quite special.
Yeah.
We were the first country to establish diplomatic ties with China.
Yeah, right. First, in fact, before Thailand, because I was doing this documentary about the Thai-Chinese diplomatic relations, how it started. Then I think Malaysia was before Thailand just for a few months, right?
Yeah. And I think that Malaysia has had advantage over Singapore as well. Because China's relationship with Singapore has gone on pretty low at this point. And with China sort of like almost accusing Singapore of being an ally of the United States. And I think that has not helped Singapore in that sense.
That incident over the armored cars, right, from Taiwan, right? That has not been resolved. Yeah,
and there's been quite a number of investment from China in Malaysia, port facilities especially, and we think that the Singapore will find itself getting a run for the money, serious competition from Malaysia with this investment from China in port facilities.
I see. So what exactly is Jack Ma going to set up in Malaysia?
E-economy is something that is still pretty new in Malaysia. Okay, and that he brought along 60 Chinese logistics company, which is together with him to Malaysia.
I see.
2 days ago, representatives from 16 logistics companies, which make up 43% of the world's deliveries. That's almost half. He brought them to Malaysia with him, and that they look at how we're going to set up the digital platform, which is called the Digital Free Trade Zone. So it is something like a hub where it's run by Malaysian companies, but China will be exporting its goods, and it will go through this particular hub. This is what we have at this point.
Right.
Beyond that, we only have this broad framework at this point. But it's getting very excited, and I think that more details will come up.
I see. And so he is investing in this project himself, or is it a joint venture with the Malaysian government?
I think the Malaysian government is playing a big role in it, and he himself probably is going to be in Alibaba, using Alibaba as the platform for e-payment, e-financing, and e-talent development.
And the private sector in Malaysia will also take part?
Yes, a memorandum of understanding has already been signed between the Alibaba Group and the Malaysian Airports Holdings as the initial start to get this off the ground. And have you heard of the people behind iFlix, the video service platform, iFlix? The people behind it, this guy by the name of Patrick Rose, he will also be involved in some way in helping to develop this e-commerce digital space.
Right. So it would involve the setting up of a major logistics center, logistics hub as well then?
Correct, yeah. It's going to be, Alibaba says that they're going to provide a big fund without really spelling out how much is it exactly for this initiative, which Malaysia will be part of this, what he calls the Electronic World Trade Program. I really don't know what he means by that.
But I'm sure But I'm sure Jack Ma, when he does something, it would not be on a small scale. So it would mean that he probably is thinking about using Malaysia as the hub for ASEAN or for the region, but at the same time expanding to cover the other ASEAN countries as well.
I think that if you look at the China, despite the capital outflow control that they have right now, I think that in the long run, at some point they will ease it. Because if you look at China, the savings rate is so great. We're talking about 45-46% of saving rates over there. They have so much money.
Right.
They need to do investment outside China. They really have so much money, and that they can't possibly just put the money in China. They need to get the funding out of China, and they're going to put the investment and export their goods. Obviously, there are all these belt roads that we hear about. While they do the infrastructure and support for a lot of ASEAN countries, obviously, it also means that they have got to export their goods to Asia and the world.
Sure, I agree with you. I don't think that China can restrict the flow of money forever. They would have to somehow make use of the money they have, and the world, the global market is their market, right? Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it, that a trickle of China is almost like a massive flood for the rest of us here.
That's right. That's right. Now, tell me about this annual conference where you managed to bring in all the top thinkers and celebrities to Malaysia, because I think this is a very interesting project, and it involves Malaysia being able to attract these people. They call it a transformation forum, meaning that you're trying to draw in innovation, new thinking, disruptive technology.
Not necessarily in that sense. Mm-hmm. It's just like a Bob, for example.
Yes.
Just an Olympic runner.
Yes.
He's not a businessman.
Yes.
But he talks about things like everybody can run. Everybody has got the talent. But what is it that makes him different from him and the rest?
Yes.
So he says things like talent alone is not enough. Everybody has got talent. But what is the extra X factor which made him so special?
Right.
And in the case of Jack Ma, he says that look, I like to think of myself as stupid. Then only I can be smart.
Yeah.
The problem is that most people like to think they are smart.
Right.
And they actually want to become stupid because they stop learning.
That's very good. He said Jack Ma says he would like to think himself being stupid so he can learn new things. Because if you think you're smart, then you're not learning anything new. The half empty and half full cup of water sort of thing, right?
Richard Branson was interesting. Richard Branson, of course, says that Richard Branson, being the showman that he is, talks about breaking down conventional type of management, conventional type of leadership. He likes to do something like nobody would have thought that it can happen, like going to space.
Right.
And that going to space, he has not been very successful, but he says he's not going to stop trying. He's going to push the limits and be the first to try new things.
Yeah, that's great. And what was he talking about apart from space, Sir Richard Branson?
Well, he talks a great deal actually about breaking down barriers, breaking down walls, doing things, and basically to tear down barriers and to do things that which is totally beyond going beyond conventionality, break down rules.
Yeah. So next year you have to get Elon Musk from the Space Inc. Guy. Elon Musk probably will come next year, but I'm thinking how Thailand could do the same thing. Could have an annual... But I thought
that Thailand has got something similar. Where we invite speakers from around the world.
Not on this scale yet. Not on this scale. We've got to learn from you. Okay, what about the North Korean thing? What is the latest?
Well, the latest is that the police have said that they know there are elites who are hiding inside the North Korean
and in the North Korean embassy.
Yes, hiding inside there.
Yes. How many?
They mentioned something like 3.
Yes.
And then that one of the suspects, the Japanese Japanese television
Yes.
Had a video grab of this guy.
Yes.
Supposedly one of the suspects who was playing pool.
Yes.
Playing pool inside the North Korean embassy.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of cat and mouse game, a lot of waiting game, you know.
Right.
Similar to the guy, what's the guy who is hiding in the Credo embassy in London, you know?
Yeah, I know. But somehow the the diplomatic face-off between Malaysia and North Korea is still there. You have kicked out the ambassador. They have sent your ambassador back, and you have not allowed the North Koreans to leave the country. They have also blocked Malaysians from leaving the country. What has happened to that?
Well, I'm not too sure whether the formal negotiations have started. I believe they would have.
Yes.
And in the case of Malaysia,
yes.
Except for North Korea, anyone else, the North Koreans, ordinary North Koreans are allowed to leave the country if they want to.
Yes.
And that's about it. We don't have anything new beyond that. The interest in Malaysia has died out so far.
Has any relative claimed the body?
No, nothing.
So the body is still in possession, in the custody of the Malaysian police. So it's sort of deadlock situation.
Yes, yes. I think that because that the Koreans are so unpredictable,
right.
and that they are in a way holding the Malaysian diplomatic staff as the house, right? Okay? I think the Malaysian government is playing it cool for the point.
Right.
They do not want to aggravate the situation.
Yeah.
So the kind of strong statements which were issued then have sort of like slowed down. In a strategic way. Yeah.
I think the North Korean leadership is busy with firing missiles into the Sea of Japan. And the issue with Malaysia is not, high up there in the list of priorities so far.
Yeah. So I don't really have anything new to really add on. The North Korean issue is today in the page 15.
Right. The terrorist incident in London must have shocked you because you are quite familiar with London.
Yeah.
Especially that area. Area in front of the Parliament building.
Yes. And that in the case of for me, there's one place which I think I passed by. I've lost count of how many times I've actually passed by the place.
Yeah. So it's quite a big shock to a lot of people, even to the British people themselves. So how are things back in the newspaper? Good? The Star Group? Busy?
Well, it's like all media companies around the world.
Yeah.
These are not easy times.
Not easy times.
It doesn't.
Yeah. No.
It doesn't help that the Malaysian economy has been pretty.
No. How is How is the weakening of the ringgit?
Perfect.
Yeah. How is the weakening of the ringgit affecting you and the Malaysian people? The ringgit. The ringgit has weakened.
Yeah. So a lot of us deal in US dollar.
Yeah.
And it of course has an impact to our bottom line. A lot of material are paid via US dollar.
Yeah.
The purchasing of content for our video platform.
Yes.
Newsprint, ink.
Yeah.
All in US dollar, which means that it's already bad enough that the economy is weak. Now you have trust factor which affect the cost of production to actually go up.
That's right. Yeah.
It's really stressful because your revenue has come down, but your cost of production has shot up.
Right, yeah. But it's good
so
for...
we really, So we really need to control the cost of production very greatly.
Yeah, tough job, tough task, right? Hey, how is Brexit affecting Malaysia as a whole? Brexit?
Not much, no.
Not much, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Chun Wai. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, have a good weekend too.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon again.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye. นี่คือดาโตะว่องชุนไหวครับเป็นบก.ใหญ่ของ The Star Group เป็นสื่อหนังสือพิมพ์แล้วก็แน่นอนออนไลน์รวมไปถึงล่าสุดนี้ก็มีดิจิทัลแพลตฟอร์มด้วยครับเป็นคนที่ติดตามสถานการณ์จากมาเลเซียให้เราครับผมก็จะชักชวนพูดคุยกับคนที่รู้เรื่องเกี่ยวข้องกับอาเซียนเกี่ยวข้องกับเอเชียเพราะว่าเรามีที่เรียกว่า Asia News Network ANN ซึ่งNation เราเป็นผู้ร่วมก่อตั้งด้วยก็เราสามารถที่จะติดต่อตลอดเวลาครับข่าวคราวจากทุกภาคทุกส่วนวันที่มีเรื่องประธานาธิบดีเกาหลีใต้ถูกศาลสั่งปลดออกจากตำแหน่งนี้ถ้าจำได้ผมก็ติดต่อไปที่ Korea Herald ซึ่งเป็นสมาชิกของ ANN ก็ได้บทวิเคราะห์ตรงๆจากนักข่าวจากบก.ของประเทศนั้นๆเลยครับฉะนั้นก็หวังว่าเครือข่าย ANN เครือข่ายที่ทางเนชั่นได้ไปช่วยกันก่อตั้งแล้วก็สารสัมพันธ์นั้นจะเป็นแหล่งข่าวแหล่งวิเคราะห์สถานการณ์ที่ดีสำหรับทุกท่าน so thank you very much for following my Facebook live this afternoon it is my weekend chat with people around the world I hope you enjoy it so come back again thank you